It's Thursday again, and we all know what that means. It's put your pants on day. So break out your finest pair of listening devices and join Ziona and Slaygon for a bit of chat live here on Slay Radio.
Hello, everyone.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening on the 26th of August, which means that this is the last show of the summer that we do. It very much looks like it. So, winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
There is absolute rain and wind outside. And
I don't think... Did it start raining yet?
I think so, or at least from what I heard upstairs.
Yeah, okay.
We have a little...
Good. I got to the lawn in time.
Yeah, you did. So
I think that'll be the last time for this year, hopefully. But I need to go and mow the lawn.
Yes. And aloha everyone on the Discord channel.
Oops.
Martin Land, Shargo, Lord Evil, Dasse, Ziduder, I0, Kamihaze, and I need to scroll back. Bottega, hi.
The Lucky 828 wanders in as well.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so yeah, it's always a bad idea to start to say hello to everyone one by one, because then I'm afraid that I forget about someone, and then it's so awkward.
Yeah, always a tricky one.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, sometimes it can be difficult.
Yeah.
But, yeah, well,
yeah.
I don't know how you guys are doing. I guess we started to get back to the work mode, getting normalized around there, as much as you can be normalized at the end of the summer, and then we will
kind
see.
Of caught up with... I had started on two different things before I went on vacation, and the problem is always when you don't finish those things before going on vacation, then it always takes time to kind of get familiarized with everything, because they're kind of big and complex usually. You need to have a chain of thought throughout the whole thing. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing, playing catch up.
Yeah. Getting back is starting with forgetting your password to log in.
Yeah.
I think that's how. And the Paranoid Raid, thanks for the compliment. I thought that I give a last chance for the summer with this outfit, because, well, next week we won't be on air, technically not in this setting at least, if Slaygon doesn't figure out something else, but yeah, there will be just 2 weeks of break if he's not going on air himself. So yeah, this night hopefully we will just remember summer as it is and the great tracks that were made during this season. So, and not sure if most of you probably have listened to the remix competition last week at Saturday, so we might also play a few tracks from those, and you can also request them, of course. And I thought that we could start the show with a nice piece here, which surprisingly ended up being on I think the 5th place only. I honestly expected it to win, and it was Mackay's take on the Ghosts and Goblins in a very new and inventive way.
As always, when it comes to Mackay.
Yes, definitely. So we warmly recommend you to listen to Ghosts and Thrillers.
the scroll freeze. I realize there is nowhere left to run. You feel the cold hand and wonder if this level will ever be done. Wide open eyes, yet you just never seem to catch them all. And all the while, there is creatures creeping up from behind. 'Cause ghosts and goblins in the night are trying to stop you from reaching the top. Ghosts and goblins is tricky stuff. Cause ghosts and goblins in the night are trying to stop you from reaching the top. Ghosts and goblins is tricky stuff.
The new top hit of the remix scene, Mackey and Ghosts and Thrillers.
I'm expecting that to kind of hit the top 10 list the instant it comes out on RKO.
Yep, we will see. Yeah, it's these votings are interesting because the end results were like really close to each other. Basically, there were like very few points. I think that we had like 3 points of difference compared to the third. Well, it's always weird for me that there are like two first places and then the third is following or something like that, because it doesn't feel right. So then technically from the second place, and only 3 points basically. So it really doesn't matter.
Very razor fucking small margins on that one.
Yeah, that means basically that one person sometimes can change the outcome. That's why we said to everyone, go and vote, because it's really important that more people vote, then the more clear will be the results. So, but anyway, there will be opportunity in the close future to vote on online demo scene parties as well. I can guarantee you that even if, unfortunately, BitLive is cancelled for October. So that's the other sad news for this week. If you haven't heard about it yet, then we need to unfortunately pass this sad news. But next year it will happen, and most likely around late spring or summer, or we will see how the numbers are going and the regulations are going, because basically this is the main reason. And it's very hard to plan ahead with the situation. So,
yeah, it's very, very sad, but understandable.
Yeah, even a trip can't be planned very much in advance right now. So, not really surprised that much about it, but we were really looking forward to it. So yeah,
Yep.
It was a disappointment. It's like
I even started to prepare the upstairs game room so I could set up a mobile streaming setup so I could test all the streaming bits and pieces we would need for Norway or the BitLive thing.
yeah.
But yeah, I kind of ran out of steam. I brought a table upstairs so we could have somewhere to sit. But I was going to do it for today's show, but ran out of steam because the cancellation of the event. So I thought, I'm gonna do that later. I'm gonna do it either way because I think it's a fun thing to do. First of all, and it's a good test to know that if you do go somewhere, you know exactly which pieces you need to bring with you. Because last time we did a show from there, I needed to run to the computer store like 4 times to pick shit up. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember you were running with Boz.
Yeah.
And I was preparing on the spot. And yeah, Martin landed. I was surprised. I had a wax I wouldn't need. I have a dentist appointment, and I was about to click on the hotel and flight. And this is exactly what we almost did.
Yep.
That we were that close. I already checked the flights. I told the guys that okay, this is how we could go, because now it would be easier to go by train and then to fly from Oslo. And all the plans were almost made. And then this came, but we didn't get the tickets yet. So, why would you need a dentist appointment to go to Norway? Well, he wants to look his best, I guess. That's what's needed for like some parties, right? Or at least this is what we are aiming for. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I do have a dentist appointment, I think, next week. Or the week after, I can't remember now, but one of those days. No, the week after next, I think it is.
Oh, and Wotega was definitely asking for the days off as well. And then what do you do now? Will you still have those days off? Or what? You were begging and then you needed to.
No, I just
Step back.
put them in storage and bring them out next time. So you promised. Sure, it's a different date, but
Pre-scheduled. Don't tell me that I'm not telling you in advance. If
Exactly.
the next date is announced like half year before, then oh my God. Yeah, it's such a mess, guys. But it's really understandable. It's hard. It's very hard to plan ahead anything. So anyway, we have some requests ahead as well. So we will play one now. And it's gonna be Z-Duders and
Z-Dooder, Dooder, 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 Dude. Z-Dooder, Dooder, Dude.
Duder Dude.
Yes.
That actually works well. You need to do a version of that.
I need to ask Macca for the source material.
So, good evening, Ziona and Slaygon. I would like to hear Emre Bulsat, Rainbow Dragon, Pretty Please, and a thank you for a wonderful show. Oh, well, don't talk too soon. Who knows if it will be wonderful? We don't know
Yeah,
that.
we just started.
Yeah, but here is Rainbow Dragon. Rainbow Dragon Emerald set. Straight from
Grainbow Dragon, because grains.
Straight from Turkey, I would say. Anyway, Gohanks added, maybe a small sleigh gathering instead. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, not entirely out of the question either, but there are a few bits and pieces that need to be in place, but most of them are in place actually. So, yeah.
Most of them are in place. You're
Yeah.
very mysterious now. I
Yeah,
have no
because
idea what
I
he's
don't want to
talking
make
about.
promise and whatnot that I'm not sure I can keep. So, yeah. Need to be a bit vague with that now. Just for the time being.
Spoiler. Well, we will see. But if you have anything like that in mind, that needs a pre-announcement as well, at least a month before or something. And even a month before is very hard right now to plan ahead. So, for
Okay,
example,
the last bit just fell into place. So now we can have a gathering because Bottega says she will bring cake. Done.
done. Okay. And when did you think of doing that?
The cake?
No.
Or eating the cake?
I thought that you won't be the one making the cake, but well, you know. Anyway, so when it would be feasible to do such a thing? Because the earliest is mid-October, I think that you can.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
And we still don't know about these stupid regulations.
Yeah.
But that if people enter what they need and then what they can do and what they can't do. And obviously, most likely, the things will change again at the start of September because this is how they do it. And that's why I bought my plane ticket before that. And of course, I also didn't count and didn't see that coming, that we have like a live, partially live meeting, kick-off meeting with the company as well at the first week of September. I bought my plane ticket way before, so I won't be participate only remotely, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would actually go, but well, if won't be in Gothenburg, then won't be in Gothenburg, I guess. So not much right now that I can do about it. There are arrangements made.
Yeah.
Oh, what Hega says. So me and her can just go to Brohillen and accidentally order a few full blåbärkransen. Aha. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, last time I bought his birthday cake from there as well, and they are really good. So
They are very, very nice indeed.
love them, indeed. Not to mention, if I would work in the office, they are very much next to the office, but still not there yet.
Not quite. And Henrik Skov apparently joined us on Facebook, as did my mother, Adam Bart,
Hi.
Mikael Helm, and Robert Majewski. At least those who have written something.
Nice to see you guys around.
Hello!
Okay,
Okay,
let's check what we have on our list. Shall
what do we have on our list?
We have Lord Evil on our list.
Lordivel.
Lord Evil.
Lordivel?
And Dr. Future Arcade Classics ZZ Bottom Edit. So how many percentage of Neverending Story and how many percentage of ZZ Top did you perceive in this track?
I think about 50-50. There's certainly a couple of places in there that are very much kind of 80s ZZ Top. And then there's these clear parts which is like I want to burst out in singing the lyrics for Neverending Story. Never-ending story.
And there is a pony. Go, Hanks.
I don't know where that comes from.
I have no idea, but
Movie, 3D artist, whatever. I don't know.
I just took my childhood ponies from home, like my hometown. Literally, I had about 12 ponies, similar to that one.
And Paranoid Droid says, now I want to hear Never-ending Story.
Oh, look at that. Well, you need to go to Boss Radio for that. You know that, right? We won't be able to make it this time. But, well, they are always able to make that happen for you. So I guess that's... What Ega said, this explains the hair a bit more. Yeah, right. Well, I didn't think of that. But yeah, maybe it does. I mean, ever so slightly. Well, I didn't do it because of that. It's just fun. But then again, it's...
Yeah, well, if you find collecting ponies, these, what are they called again? My Little Ponies?
My Little
then
Ponies,
maybe
yes.
that informs your decisions now as to what you want to do with your hair.
I just like ponies, okay? I always loved ponies. I loved ponies more than dolls, okay? I guess. But anyway.
Is that because you identify as a pony?
Unicorn!
Oh, yeah.
Well, who knows? Nowadays you can identify anything you want. Well, basically, so...
Yeah, these are my pronouns. Pony, my little, unicorn.
Unicorn is a nice one. Why not? And I got my classic, we ordered from QWERTY recently, and got the classic death metal t-shirt. Yeah, everyone knows that, right? The death sitting on a pony and the rainbow, and it's death metal there. So, amazing one. And
I hadn't seen that before.
no way, everyone was spreading that around. And hi, Chubby, nice to see you around.
Hello, Chubby, and hello, Berserk.
No, I don't believe you that you haven't seen it. It's so...
I haven't.
Well, in case anyone has doubts there, I'm going to send this there on the channel so everyone can see it. But how to search here? Jesus. Pony. I really need to look for that. I cannot believe that this is so complicated to find. And guess what?
Paranoid Droid posted it.
Yeah, thank you. That
And
helps.
no, I haven't seen that.
No, yeah, that's
Before.
similar. That's similar. And the one that is the one is blah blah. I wonder how to search. There's no search function here. So I'm gonna look for it anyway, soon-ish.
Oh, and QWERTY.
Yeah, it needs to be there somewhere, at least. But anyway, it's for later, I guess, because it will still take some time, and we are not going to spend the time with this right now. We are rather going to play, which is partially Shargo's request as well, some highlights from Árok Remix Compo. And yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So some highlight. Definitely one highlight was Dusty's new track, which surprisingly also didn't end up in the top 5. One would expect that to happen, but then again, everyone cannot end up there, unfortunately. We would love that though. So Dusty did a really kick-ass track. If we talked about death metal, this is not death metal, but something closer to it than what we have played so far.
It's metallic, at least.
Yes. So this is Beat to the Pulp metal tribute. It's a kick-ass track, I think.
Is.
Definitely.
Rock! Just likes the throaty singing.
Well, it was very nice, I think. Even the throaty singing as well.
Yes.
Bottega wants a t-shirt with Corv. I think she could ask your previous Erika.
Yeah, she has even tattooed a sausage on the inside of her arm.
Imagine that.
Oh, and Frida Katarina is posting a t-shirt picture with
Corv.
sausage.
Yeah, definitely. And these are hot dogs, actually.
Hot dogs, yes.
Yeah. So how is this with exactly with the Swedish translation? I want to know because I'm
call
confused.
them hot dog.
But you don't call them korv, like simply korv.
Korv med bröd.
Okay, so that's hot dog. But korv on its own is just korv, not hot dog. Okay, cool. So that's what I thought, but better to define it before there are misunderstandings. Just like Bottega said before when she ordered just
the blueberry
varm
cake,
korv. Okay, that works, I guess.
halvspecial is with mashed potatoes.
Yeah, the mashed potatoes.
Grillkorv! Says Frida. Korveller.
Yep. So at least we know now what korv actually means sometimes. But yeah, anyway, it's interesting. And I will never ever forget when my hot dog, my korv from my hot dog was stolen by a seagull in the middle of the city of Gothenburg.
They like sausage too, okay?
Yeah, they definitely do. And when they approach, they feel like someone kicked you on the side, literally like a human kicked you. And this is how I felt. I did not know what to do. I was so much in shock.
Yeah, they're fucking huge.
Yeah, the situation taught me actually that I think everyone behaves differently when being in shock. I simply froze. That's how shock happens to me. I kind of stop for like a minute and I can't move. And disabled.
Yeah, it's not like you start chasing it or something.
No, it's the the clueless look, like what the heck just happened.
I just got robbed in pure daylight. Pure
Right.
daylight.
But I had a birthday surprise party when I turned 30, and that was actually the same. I absolutely...
Only seagulls?
No, not only. There weren't even seagulls around that time. But I entered the room and all of a sudden all those faces that I know everyone, but I have no idea how they can be at one place at the same time. And I was totally frozen and I needed to sit down to the floor and I was just sitting for 2 minutes and I couldn't move.
Like brain freeze.
Yeah, totally. So
Just need to reset the brain.
secret trauma. Yeah, well, I'm over it, thankfully. It was just one of the funniest stories ever.
Just took a year and a half.
Yeah, like streets of Gothenburg. You never know what to count on. A seagull joining. Anyway, we have a seed lined up for Paranoid Droid. And this would be Chris, who was back, and Madness. And we picked your first suggestion, which is Subtune the Second.
Subtune the second.
Yeah, Subtune the Second.
Just a second.
Yep. Press play. excellent, Sid. Indeed, we agree totally.
Indeed.
So,
and
yeah,
this-
that was a very nice request. And by the way,
Yeah, I especially like that end part.
yeah, exactly. And it was like it had a lot of variety. First, I had some doubts when I saw that it's 7 minutes long, but it has such a nice variety in the track that you just don't get bored with it at all. So we played it, and there are 2 remixes only of this subtune. Checked on RKO. There are several more of other subtunes of this, but overall 5 Madness remixes found, at least for this, and not all of them are actually related. So
Well, it's only 3 that I can see.
actually, yes, it's 3.
Subtune 3, Subtune 1, and only 1 of Subtune 1.
Yeah, and 2 of subtune 2. So
No,
Yeah.
I can only find Subtune 3, Subtune 1, and 1 Subtune 2. That's it. So 3 remixes of...
1.
Gamma Gumma
You're right. Yeah.
has done all 3.
Gamma Gumma.
Gamma Gumma.
That also sounds like he's from somewhere around here.
It does, yeah. Gamla Gumma. The old lady.
Nice. So anyway, there is always an opportunity to remix something that wasn't really remixed that much.
Yeah, it's a
Or
tricky
at
one
all.
to remix that kind of a long tune that has so much variety. It's very tricky.
It is, but it's not impossible.
Of course, it's not impossible. Nothing is impossible. Impossible.
And I decided actually that we will show you the original UB sound today.
Yes, so don't forget to look.
No, I think I want to play that, Sid, because I think more people need to know that. So it's a really nice one as well, and it also had a lot of variety. So oh my god,
It does.
really nice. So anyway, this one would be for later, because now we will continue with something else.
Something entirely different.
And we are still on the seagulls, I can see.
Yeah, sometimes we get some seagulls on the backyard. I don't know. I think they know that we sometimes have some cat food out there, because we have 2 not stray cats but outdoor cats out there. Not our cats though, but we do tend to give them a little bit of dry food every now and then, so they kind of come around to cuddle and get some dry food, and whatever they leave, we have magpie and seagulls that pick up the rest.
And they literally come every day. So now they are partially our cats as well.
Yeah.
I don't think the owners know about it. But
No, probably not. They just let them go out, and then one of them likes to chill out there for like hours on the terrace and just chilling.
yeah, it's whatever. Sometimes even in rain.
Yeah.
Very cute, because they both have long hair. And when there is
Both are
rain,
ginger.
yeah, when there is rain, they are like completely washed out. And they are just there. So yeah, cute. Cute ones. So we have 2 indoors and 2 outdoor sea cats, basically.
Shargo says, cats choose their home. Yes, very much. And we call both of them Garfield, so there's Garfield 1 and 2. Garfield 1 is the one that seems most intent on trying to get indoors.
Yeah, but well, yeah, Garfield 2, he is a bit more careful, and I usually tell Slaygon to like
Yeah, they have personalities that match our indoor cats. Garfield 1 is like Pucko, and Garfield 2 is like Zelda.
yeah, that's why I think it would be so nice, kittens, if they would come together. And then Slaygon doesn't want to hear about that.
Let's come together.
But yes, they would be very nice, and the nature would be also very nice.
The nature.
Yeah, the nature, like their behavior would be
their
so
behavior.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that well won't happen, at least not for now. So maybe he changes his mind at some point. I would love to have some little kittens. I know it's painful to give them away later on, but still, it would be so nice.
It is.
Anyway, I0 wants to hear Puffy64 and Zach McCommando Kraken. So we continue with this. Zack
Weird
McCommando
end
cracking.
note. Weird end note.
Yeah, after all that 6 minutes, it just ended without any notice.
Fudum dish or foodlydum or anything.
Bottom dish, fiddly-dum, boss fade. What
Well-
are the other options?
Well, that was fade out. That was almost a boss fade.
Yeah, but not quite.
No.
So
Or a Slaygon compo edit end.
Slaygon
It's almost-
combo edit.
Yeah, it's almost become a thing now that whenever I have a track that I want to have in a compo, I try to make the ending very abrupt.
Just like you like to start it up with the abrupt.
Not
Start.
always.
Well, sometimes.
Yes.
But I guess that's absolutely part of your style. I loved how Ruffy reacted to your track when it all started to hit the middle of it.
Yeah, he knew where he was going.
Yeah, he was certain of
fun.
it.
Yeah.
It won't stay like that. Well, if we talk about it, maybe we can give Shargo also a shot with this, because he asked for highlights of Árok Party. This was certainly one of them, I think. So, and I also liked what Ortega said. It's a pirate rock. What was that? Gee, it's a pirate something, definitely, which kind of fits to the track. So it's what was that? Do you remember?
No.
Oh,
I
damn
don't.
it. Damn it, Ortega. How exactly did you define this track? We will play it and then you can think it through. And
Yeah,
then-
I have a screenshot of that chat somewhere, but I can't remember where. It was like your inner Finnish pirate,
yeah,
metal
that
pirate
one.
or whatever.
Definitely.
Oh, metal pirate hobbit or yeah, something along those lines.
Pirate Hobbit, yeah. So he's been digging out his Finnish metal pirate Hobbit, and then this track was born. Bottega said we need a music video for that. What do you think of that, Slaygon?
Hold on. There we go.
Holding on, yes.
Mm,
So no music video. Not for now. Maybe later.
trying to get some info to go, Hanks. Mm,
Yeah, okay. So the now playing it can be fixed.
Yeah,
and
the
many
bot.
other triggers.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Bot is dead.
Oh, again.
Long live the bot.
But at least the bridge is working nicely.
Yeah,
For a long while.
different kind of bot.
Yes, that different kind of bot does its job well so far. And you should not talk too early because we know that sometimes it happens right after this when it breaks. But no, it's okay. It's all right. So very nice.
But yeah,
job.
I've been toying around with different ideas for videos. I think I'm overcomplicating things because I have these lofty ideas of what to do and what not, and then I realized that if I want to even do one, it will take me a year. No.
Yeah. But nice job on the track indeed. So
Thank you.
it was winning. It was deserved.
It was winning until it didn't.
It was a well-deserved win, I would say. So
Oh, thank you. So was yours.
thank you. I can't talk about mine, and I don't even want to because that's another story. And you can always, you are always blind to whatever you yourself are doing. So I will leave that up to others to judge. So yeah, basically, it's always also a question, a matter of taste, I guess. So
Of course it is.
that's a tricky one sometimes to
Yep,
compare
music.
metal with pop and dance and trance and then rock and then jazz. So it's like
music is always subjective.
yeah, very much so. So
Well,
indeed.
not always. There are certain things that, are kind of almost objectively better.
Well, yeah, indeed. Twilight said, I would love to see your faces as the results got announced. Yeah, it was very much what the fuck.
Yeah, I was busy with stuff right up until like they were announcing like the third place or something, and I went like, have we been announced yet? Because I thought we were somewhere like, at least I thought I was somewhere like fourth, maybe fifth or something like that. And just started looking through the list, and just as I was thinking that or looking through the list, the winners got announced. It was a bit of a shock.
Yeah, it is. So it's I kind of find it funny because, well, there was a time when I did not vote in the category where I participate at all because I thought, well, it's like working against working for or against ourselves. That makes no sense, and this is not really something that I would do. And well, I think lately, like in the latest years, we are willingly working against ourselves, and this is happening because basically we participate in the voting, but obviously to our own tracks we are not. So they just remain as it is, and then this happens. Like seriously, this is wow. It's very overwhelming, and thank you so much, people. But there were like so many other great tracks in the competition that I probably wouldn't even want to set up like an order because it's so difficult. So
Yeah, and like mentioned earlier, it was very, very, very tight. There was not many points in between. Anything from like the top 10 was essentially a tie in my eyes,
yeah, exactly.
point-wise.
Exactly, like it's impossible to say that one is better than the other. So it was only a matter of points, and when the points are that close, seriously, that you have like 1 or 2 points in between, that's also basically when it's really great when more people vote because it's well, the result will be more saturated, or how to say that. It's like the more people vote, the more credible the results are, basically. So, yeah, we told our opinion, and that was it, I guess.
Yeah, and Bottega says, I liked the anonymous voting last year. Yeah,
Yes,
me too.
it's
I
really
really
good.
loved that.
Yes, because it's. I think it's still present on the scene, and well, although on the demo scene parties, it usually goes with name, so that's why we didn't turn this upside down, because on the party, it's always announced who did the track or who did the demo or the intro or the graphics or whatnot. But this brings with itself that there is a little bit of amount in the back in your head that, okay, he did this or she did this, and then does it affect you? Maybe a little bit. So that's why we are completely behind the anonymous voting. But the demo scene rules, we definitely need to take into account here, because it was a demo scene party. So basically, it's
and in that party, the remix section of it, or the remix compo of it, is an outlier. And Bottega says, I would have never guessed Slaygon is a hurdy-gurdy lover. Well, I'm not technically a hurdy-gurdy lover. I just like the hurdy-gurdy in the Black Sails intro. It's a very, very nice piece. Plus, if you have watched the videos of how that is made, it's even more impressive.
yeah, it's really cool. And as Shargo said, variety is a very nice thing during a compo. I would also like to see some kind of different classes, calm orchestral versus heavy rock, more a question of mood than skill, he added.
Classes, as in separate compos for different styles, you mean? Well, it's. I think it's the same with that as with voting. You have more freedom to do certain things, like separating into categories and such, if you have very many that are competing or voting.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, you could have a difference between total votes and live votes. For instance, you could have a winner in the live votes category. So during song play, you can only vote during a song is playing, kind of like on Slay Radio. You can only vote for the song while it's actually playing, and once it's done, you can no longer vote. So that could be a fun thing to do, maybe. I don't know. But it requires more people to actually participate live and in the voting, as well as contributing stuff.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So, well, we will see. And Martin added that there are anonymous compos at the demo scene parties, but way too few nowadays. Because in the 90s, they were anonymous. So, except probably the demos, because, well, they were like, obviously, like graffitis. And of course, the group names were highlighted there. So that's a whole different story. But I remember the anonymous compos there. So definitely, there were some. But I think early 2000s, and this has disappeared. So now most of the parties don't do that anymore. And we have our next request lined up for Frida. Hi. And she said, hey guys, can I wish for Auf Wiedersehen Monty Tonight by Peter Merck? I think it's Merck or Mork. Well, the character coding, again, is not really great on the file. Have a nice evening, she added.
Merck, I think it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So, Auf Wiedersehen Monty, Oberheim edit. So Peter Mörk then, I think.
Peter Mörk.
Peter Mörk and Auf Wiedersehen. Monty Oberheim edit for Frida. Thank you for requesting that. Yep.
Dun 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 dun. I think it is Peter Mörk, at least.
Yeah, at least. I think it's Akio will tell us as well, but
Maybe.
mm,
If it's still there. Who knows?
actually Mork.
Is
Well,
it?
that's the arranger's name on Akio, but then again,
There is an interview on Remix 64. Mörk.
Mörk. Mm.
Swedish.
But why is it CK? I know that it's not written with CK.
Because why not?
Mm.
Why do people spell their names with weird characters like Erica with C and K and
Well, I was just asking. Maybe,
Kenneth with one N without an H with an H, etc., etc.
well, maybe I learned
different
something
reasons.
about the, how you write family names and stuff. So that's why I asked. Maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Because why? Why do anything?
Why not?
I guess I don't know.
And
I don't.
Kubdot has joined us.
Hello, Kubdot.
Nice to see you again.
Kubdot, Mork and Mindy.
Or Mindy.
Or Merk and Mindy.
Work and Mindy. Yeah,
Merk and Mindy.
might be.
Mhm.
Right.
Mork. That was a nice, fun series, if I remember it correctly.
More?
It was fun back then. Mork and Mindy, yeah.
Oh,
It's with Williams. Robin Williams. Robin Williams, yes.
okay. I think I have missed that one. So
Oh, it was
what is
like
this
in the
about?
70s. Mork came to Earth. He's an alien and
Oh.
doesn't understand anything about Earth or human life or whatever. So hilarity ensues, kind of thing.
Aha, cool. Okay.
And Mindy is the
not?
one he lives with.
Right. Yeah. Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah. Nanu.
No. Oh, wow.
That's-
I heard
that's Mork.
this.
Yeah, that's Mork and Mindy.
Okay.
Nanu,
well,
nanu.
I certainly heard this somewhere. I just didn't know that it's connected to this. So
Oh yeah, I Zero.
good to know. Mana mana. That's something else.
Mana mana. Na 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 na. Na mana mana.
Yep.
Yeah, my brother taught me that, says I Zero. Mork of Ork.
And other versions. All of that. And we have a very short request lined up for Dasse. It's short but sweet. It's Artura Dublin Delight Mix. And this would be Macke featuring Andreas Wahlström, so it can't really be bad.
It is not.
The night was cold and bitter, he was looking for an inn, when the devil shined before him, showing off an awful grin. The demon spake you frozen, and he nodded to the beast. A feast was small, the dark one said, can make you laugh a feast. Come within these walls of mine before the frosty bite. Grab yourself a bottle of wine and drink it with delight. Come within these walls of mine before the frosty bite. Let me table you will find yourself another pint. Well, the young man said, don't bother, soon I'll find an inn, because your home and castle is built on wicked sin. The devil looked offended as the offer was denied, but still he opened up the door, inviting him inside. Come within these walls of mine before the frosty bite. Grab yourself a bottle of wine and drink it with delight. Come within these walls of mine before the frosty bite. Let me table you and turn yourself another pint. Yeah, na 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 na. kept on preaching, I can make you whole. And all I ask of you, good sir, is your immortal soul. The Dark One asked, are you not tempted? He said, not the least. For little did the devil know the man talking was a priest. Come within these walls of mine before the frosty bite. Grab yourself a bottle of wine and drink it with delight. Come within these walls of mine before the frosty bite. At me table you will find yourself another pint.
Z-Duder says something about this makes me want to say play Ya Ya Ding Dong. Is that from the Eurovision
Yes.
thing? Yeah.
Yes, it is. Perfect. If you haven't seen it yet, it's worth it. It's Fire Saga, the story of Fire Saga, Eurovision movie. It's a typical lemonade movie for an easygoing evening, and I think it's great. I love it.
Saga.
Oh, Fire Saga. Sorry. Did I say
Saga.
Saga? Oh, Saga. Saga. Because apparently it matters how you emphasize those things.
It does.
Yeah.
Saga means you jizz.
It really matters then.
It does.
I'm sorry. Oh well. Anyway. Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
The story of Fire Saga.
I just love it as it is. Like the whole concept and the whole story and the whole presentation and I don't know everything about it.
Yeah, it was weird, but even I don't like Eurovision at all, but I like that movie. It was still fun.
I absolutely love it. I could watch it several times, but Slaygon didn't want to.
Yeah, I didn't want to rewatch it right after we watched it already.
Not right after. Okay, maybe later then.
I didn't say I don't want to see it again anytime in the future.
Oh, that's great, because then we can watch it very soon again.
Very soon. See what I'm dealing with. That's what she said right after the movie ends. Let's watch it again at some point soon.
No, I did not say it right after the movie. You
No,
don't
just the day
remember
after.
well. It was a few weeks after the movie. Eurovishful Song Contest.
Eurovishful.
Yep. Anyway, did you line up the next song?
I
by
did.
the way? Okay, that's great. So what I wanted to say, sorry, it's
She gets emotional.
I always get emotional, especially when the final song is played, the hometown one. Then I can't really go over that like without crying. So yeah, that's how much I love that movie. But anyway, the point is that since we have some sort of flashback here to Árok with a few tracks, I decided not to play my own track, not only because I feel awkward about it that I'm playing my own track, but I have a better idea than that.
I can play it instead.
No, you won't.
Yes.
The
I
point,
can.
yeah, I don't care. You won't now.
I already lined it up.
No, you didn't. The point is that I think I would love if more people would know the SID of it, because this is something that I was actually looking for, going through the HVSC, like what to remix. I really want to remix something that wasn't really remixed yet, or at least, of course, the criteria is not being over remixed, but something that hasn't been remixed yet was definitely the goal. And I was so looking for a track, and then I found this, and it's a Jeruntel piece which suggests that it will have some sort of melody variations there, which are great.
What?
But,
No. Really?
never, right? and yeah, I just started to loop it, and then after a while, yes, that's the one. So I think you need to hear the original one. This is Ubisound, and he released it around the early 2010 kind of years. So it
It was composed in '89, but wasn't released until 2010.
Yeah, he didn't share it. So Ubisound, Sid. And then it all restarts, immediately. I heard it just 1,000 times, basically, but yes. Bizarre added Corsin, but I want to hear the remix. Well, there is actually no playing of the remix unless it's an official request.
Oh, you did ask him and he answered, sure. So it is an official request. If you ask him if it's a request, then it is an official. Oh, and Morty woke up. Good morning.
Hi, Morty. Yes, so basically it was fun, and the end part I started to recreate, but then we got to the conclusion that it is a bit different, and maybe there will be an extended version of that, but it's not always working as well when you try to incorporate everything as in the SID. So there are sometimes there are slight changes that you need to do, because as much as I'm on the side of recreating the whole SID as it is, so there are remixers that don't do that much. So they go away and just fiddle around and rearrange the whole track. And I actually like to keep the original arrangement whenever possible. But the end part is, the original SID's end part is a bit unfinished to me. Like, it starts up again and then it goes nowhere, which, it could have done probably one more refrain, and then it would be sort of finished. But yes, this end part was a bit of a question. But then again, this is how it is. So I don't know. Does it make sense now then to play the remix then? Because
sure.
we just heard.
Because now people have heard the original.
Yeah. Well, okay then. So basically it was a cope with Vincenzo, and I think his part is very recognizable as well if you know his style. So it was a challenge to glue that together, but we managed in the end. So basically that's what I would say about it, and it's a fun track. So if someone feels like remixing it, then go ahead, because I think you can have a lot of fun with it basically.
This part, I think, sounds like Clannad. get it.
And that's it. Yeah. The last hit, basically.
Almost a Slaygon compo edit ending there.
Yeah, I was really much against first to finish it like this, and the last part is partially created. Actually, it's still after the project, but it needs a bit of a mix-up to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of feels like if that happens, then after that another refrain needs to happen. But then I'm not entirely sure, like, is it worth it or not? But
It was Vincenzo that suggested that ending, was it?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
And the first time I heard it, it was like, yeah, perfect. Because I was in kind of compo mood. So, yeah, just let it end abruptly. It's fine.
Yeah, and I knew that there is a time limit to the playtime as well, and it's it was all over the place. But I was against it, and basically that happens like several times that I don't agree on entirely on the thing. But I think that we brought it together in the end. So it was like
definitely.
With a little bit of additional work as it is. So.
Yeah, like Bezirk says, damn, that's catchy.
Thank you very much. And just let me tell you that means a lot to me because, well, I listened to your tunes like 1,000 times. So that compliment coming from you is especially flattering. Thank you so much.
Bottega says that they had to cut theirs too, so she guesses Qued will get an extended version. I just uploaded mine as is.
Yeah, it's.
I'm never gonna go back to that anyway, so I thought, fuck it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's such a challenge when you are not you are leaving the projects behind. Then if you don't get back to it within a time span, sometimes it's still waiting. Like, I literally have Afterburner and Ace2 on the waiting list. And I'm already using another DAW, and they are still there, being half ready, compo edit version and all of that. And it's awkward. And maybe, well, at one point it will happen, and definitely I can get back to them. But it's like, sometimes you just don't wait. Like, you really shouldn't wait. So I promise you I will upload this track like to RKO like now-ish, well, after the show maybe, because eventually you can always come up with some new solutions you don't want to.
Yeah, we'll take us this. So the Hobbit tune will not get into the full Lord of the Rings mode. Well, I did have a call with Juha Kaunisto, aka Sumpi, before the compo, like a couple of days before, and he had some very nice suggestions that I really wanted to try out, but there just wasn't enough time to try them out. So I thought, this is the compo edit, I'll just upload it as is, and if I feel inclined, I might go back and do a different version based on the suggestions from Sumpi. So there's that. There's that.
Okay. Well, let's continue with the request, shall we?
Let's.
Berka requested Midnight Resistance 70s rock version from Magical Sound Shower 64. I almost started to talk.
Me too. I actually heard that earlier. I loaded it as a test tune to make sure the audio routing and everything was correct, and listened through it a couple of times while fiddling around in the studio. But I did not pay attention to the ending.
Well, the thing is that this is the latest track on RKO released exactly. Oh, hang on a minute. So, the date of the release is
24th,
which
so
is 2 days ago. Yeah. So, it's a really nice track.
Yes,
I'd say well done. So,
very 70s rock.
yes, indeed, oops.
A little bit fatter drums than you would hear generally in the 70s, I think.
And Zito there was kind enough to add the previous request to the request list. Thank you.
Yeah, including B-Circ's comment and everything.
Yeah, well, lovely.
I saw that. Oh, that was nice.
I just noticed that. So, thanks, Zito there. Anyway, where were we?
Right here in the studio in
right.
Gothenburg, Sweden, coming live.
Gothenburg,
To you.
Sweden. How life can end up for some people.
For some people, yes. Horrible.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember the early 2000s when I was actually looking the RKO every now and then I just looking around like where the people are from and who are they and all of that, and it's okay, Scandinavia. Okay. Maybe at some point I can visit Scandinavia.
Yeah, I think you can visit at some point.
Yeah, well, I did.
Yes, what happened there? Something kind of was jumping
happened?
around a lot here.
Oh.
I don't know what happened.
But is it okay now?
Yeah, it seems to be okay.
Okay then. If
Okay.
it's okay, then it's okay. I guess.
Indeed. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
Just making damn sure it was official. He added it. And funnily enough, I don't see that icon actually. Because
What
it's
icon?
dark green.
What
The icon that is added to his comment on Discord. It's dark green or like dark anthracite gray. And I don't see it. But anyway.
What are you talking about?
The last comment on Discord, which is Zidoder's comment,
Oh,
someone pressed a
the,
reaction to it, and I don't see the icon because it is dark green on a dark background color.
Isn't it just grey?
Do you see the
grey
icon?
plus? Yes, a grey plus.
What?
It's just a grey plus.
A grey plus?
Yeah. A plus sign.
Oh, right. Okay. Maybe
If you
I'm
if you
colorblind.
hover over it, you will see a bigger version of it.
No, I don't. I
Yes, you
actually
do.
don't. I really did, and it doesn't happen. Oh.
Yes.
Now it does. Okay.
You need to have the application active.
Yeah, I realized that.
There we go. Ziduder posted it.
He always helps us out. Amazing. Any effort that we would need to make, he does that before. So thank you so much, Ziduder. That's so nice
perfect.
of you. Yeah, absolutely perfect.
Yeah, we don't need to do anything.
No, we are just talking.
Ziduder, could you start the next song? Just wondering. I can't be asked to lean over to the other side here.
Yeah, that
What-
few
what do you-
centimeters for you.
So, what is he going to play for us, Ziona?
So he is going to play for us Martinland's request, In Search of Unicorns by Lizard King, that does exist, right? Maybe even in a special version. Yes, it does exist in a special version because Dex decided to remix it. And this is what we are going to play for you. Ziduder is going to play for you right now.
Do your magic, Ziduder. Great job.
So it's over. And it wasn't In Search of Unicorns, it was World of Unicorns. And, well, for some reason I did not notice the difference. But apparently, I think it's either the same thing that we are talking about, or it's just a very
unicorns.
similar song. Unicorns and
It's
Lizard
fine.
King. So it cannot be that far from the truth, right? They exist
Of course they do.
in some universe.
Yeah, of course they do.
Well, I sent you an article today about that they kind of suspect that there were other intelligent civilizations in the universe that destroyed themselves. So,
It didn't say anything about unicorns.
no, it didn't, but who knows if this is possible.
Technically, yes.
Hip, 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 hip.
Could have been that they had narwhals, which we actually do have on this planet as well.
Yes.
So they're like the sea unicorns.
And on what other planets there would be narwhals?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe it's the one thing that we can get with one horn.
And I had a friend who had the narwhal as the favorite animal for a while and needed to hunt for a plush narwhal. That was a really challenging one, but managed to find some actually. So That's the shocking truth. There was a plush narwhal on an airport, I think. So you never know where you find a plush narwhal. Oh, you don't like Nyan Cat Bottega? That was my other favorite. Now, literally, that Nyan Cat as a meme came out around like 2010-ish, I think. And
Was it that late?
yeah, I think so. Yes, it's 2009, 2010, perhaps. And I actually played the 10-hour version from YouTube during my work. So I guess that says something about about my damaged brain settings.
Oh, she loves the Nyan Cat.
I love the Nyan Cat.
She
totally.
says that it was the one she sent. I don't know, the piano playing.
Oh no,
whatever
actually,
that was.
there were versions of that, and the funny thing is that I think Vincenzo and some other Demoscene guys, they did a game with Nyan Cat. It was running in a browser, and he did the layers of the song. So when the Nyan Cat was passing some obstacle, then there was another channel coming in playing. So right at the start it was only the bass, and then picked up something, then the melody joined, and then the other one, and it was like so much fun. And I don't know where it is right now. I don't know if it's still available, but I'm gonna look for it because, well, it was fun. Anyway, yeah. And he did the music, obviously, so he's been there since like 98. I think he joined the scene the same time like I did. But I guess
So, noobs.
yeah, like 23 years.
Noobs, that's what I said.
Kind of, yeah. Anyway, Go Hanks wants to hear Control Z and Contaxia because it's been a while.
It's been a while. Ching, 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 ching,
And then
ching,
Bottega
ching,
added,
ching.
but we have a new one out too.
I'm sure you do. People actually like some of the old stuff too. That might be the reason we're here in the first place.
Do you want us to play? Do you want us to play? We will play. Yep, but I agree. I think that's my favorite from Control Z as well so far. So I'm not surprised that it was requested.
It's a nice one.
Yes.
Really nice one.
Yes, definitely. And I think they became the best newcomers with that. So that's also something.
Martin Ladd says, this part very much sounds like an 80s hit song that I can't recall right now. Well, yeah, I don't get that kind of massive feeling for any 80s hit song in that particular one. But yeah.
Possible though.
Yeah,
So-
definitely possible. But let's put it this way. In the 80s, I did not really listen to pop music. I was a hard rocker, long hair, vest with all the bling and all of that shit that you can imagine. So, yeah.
Too bad you don't have that many images from that era, but it's really funny.
Yeah, I have a couple, but yeah. We need photo proof of that.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, you could show some photos of
Yeah,
that.
I'll during the next song, I'll find a good photo.
Please dig it up. It's so much fun to see him with long hair.
Yeah, I have one photo in mind, but that's when I'm like 12 maybe or something.
It doesn't matter. Any
So
old photo
hair
will do.
wasn't fully grown out yet.
And okay, we will show Control Z's newest contribution to the remix competition that ended up being on the, in my opinion, on the second place because, well, they said it's the third place, but it doesn't make sense because there were two first places, so that makes it the second. Okay,
Exactly.
Let's leave it at that. So this is Dominator Loader predominant mix. Bottega says that she's the mod wheel and screaming part. Just for your information. That is so cool.
Right, so I'm gonna actually... Oh, sorry, I'm gonna switch to this one for a moment. Hold on. I have something I used to wear.
Ah, my goodness. Please put it on.
It's a little bit too small. But this is what I was wearing in the 80s.
Yeah, I think it's
even
even
drew-
more
drew
fun
in
if
the
it's too small.
Van Halen and stuff in there. So,
Just
yeah.
try it. Please,
Nah.
please. Oh, come on.
I also have... Here's my hair starting to grow out. Right there. Oh, sorry, you can't actually. I need to switch
Oh, the
because
little
that doesn't do autofocus. But there we go.
one. Oh, there we... Oh, wow.
And that's my dad there on the other guitar there.
Yep, you
Yeah.
certainly inherited some features from him.
Maybe a couple.
A couple. Super cute, said Bottega.
All my photos are on the floor. There we go.
And there are even more. You don't
Yeah,
want to
there's-
know. Whee.
My mother put this together. It's full of old pictures.
Yeah. We could basically spend the rest of the show with showing old pictures.
I'm sure she has some with me in diapers or something.
Oh, wow.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, well, you never know what you share nowadays. Because, well, we just read the news yesterday that the little guy, if you remember, Nirvana had the Nevermind album that was...
Oh, the baby.
Yes, the baby. So the baby have sued them, like, 30 years later? Because, well, he added that he was suffering trauma because of that. Well, he was 4 months old, and basically they got paid for this photo as well. I think like some sort of $200 or something. And I just find it so funny. I'm sorry about that, but it's...
Yeah, and then he also did the photo shoot for the 10th, the 17th, and the 25th anniversary of that. So kind of funny to claim that. Yeah, well, I didn't want to do it or whatever.
Yeah, it's like after 30 years. Until then,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
Everything is okay. And all of a sudden, he realized that he's traumatized by that.
Yeah. Well,
Certainly
I don't
not
know.
for the money, I guess.
No,
Nothing
never.
like that.
No, never.
But anyway, yeah, it's just fun. I mean, seriously, do you have any memories of you being 4 months old? Because I don't.
No, it's not. That's not the problem. It's whatever happened after that is his claim that yeah, he was exploited and whatnot, kind of thing. So
Well, he certainly couldn't give his consent.
no, he couldn't.
But-
But that was one of his arguments, that he couldn't give his consent. But then again, if you go back and do the 10-year and the 17-year and the 25-year anniversaries and going on shows and talking about all of that and seemingly being okay with it all through, and then just one day deciding that, nah, I want more money, or whatever the reason might be, I don't know. But yeah, it seems very weird to me.
Very, very much of a weird thing. But
Warp
well.
says he'll be laughed out of court. Yeah, basically for the reasons I just stated. If you go back and willingly kind of do the anniversary shots, the 10 and 17 and 25-year kind of anniversaries with kind of the same shots, then you don't seem to be suffering too much. Essentially, I don't know. Yeah.
Yes, and he added the only reason anyone knows it's him is because he told everyone.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. As
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
I'm sorry, but it's seriously. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
and I don't want to say too much about it because maybe he has suffered and felt pressured into doing the anniversary shots and whatnot, and maybe it is that he hasn't been able to find any work and whatnot because early on he thought it was a cool thing and whatnot, and now he's, I don't know, has a stigma or whatever about it. I don't know. Just don't want to say too much about it other than I think it's weird.
It's weird, indeed.
Yeah.
We can just close the case with it's weird. So, yeah. That's our opinion on it. But we are here to play some music as well.
Hank says, I will sue him for trauma he caused wasting my time just hearing about this bullshit.
We are so sorry, Go Hanks. We are playing music right away. FS requested X-Forms and Green Beret. X Forms and Green Beret.
He's from Z.
Unfortunately, just stereo.
Yeah,
Seriously.
he said THX. That's the what is it? Industrial Light and Magic kind of movie theater sound system with very, very narrow specifications. And I replied, no, unfortunately, just stereo. And FS said, maybe a new project to work on then. Please make it happen. Well, I think it might be a bit before you get THX streamed on regular streams.
A bit.
Put it that way.
And THX remixes.
Yeah. We barely have 5.1 regular surround remixes.
Well, we don't really have them.
Well,
Are
we
there
do
any?
on some of the albums that come out, like Marcel Donet's Sidology, or some of them at least. Surroundings, I know, came out as surround mixes.
How cool is that?
I think it was 5.1 mixes, not 7.1 or 7.2, so 5.1 mixes. There was something else that was also surround mixes, but I can't remember. But we're a long way away from THX, let's put it that way. And besides, you would need an entire room to actually meet the specifications to be able to hear it in THX, because the THX actually, I think, contains the specifications for the room itself and the position of the speakers and whatnot. So, yeah.
I just started to think, like, how difficult would be for the mastering people to do those tracks if they would be like that. And it's like, are the tools actually like is Ozone able to handle that?
Yeah. Yes, not THX specifically, but surround like 5.1 and whatnot. There's plenty of support for it, including natively in Cubase. You can route any output or any track to any output you want.
Wow.
And do proper mixes that way.
Wow.
And Shargo says, proper surround is hard to set up. Yes, indeed. It is very, very hard. Even a simple 5.1 system is not really that simple.
No, probably Hans Zimmer would have an opinion about that, but it's not something that you think of every day, that it actually happens. So it's so weird to think about it.
Yeah, Hans Zimmer doesn't do anything in stereo anymore. He cannot bear to even listen to his own tracks in stereo. So he can only listen to them in at least surround 5.1
Is this something he said?
Yeah.
Because I haven't heard that part.
No, I think it was what was it? Masterclass thing I saw with him.
But I watched it, but I don't remember that part.
I was a very brief kind of a thing he just squeezed in there while he was talking about mixing, I think, and then laughed it away.
Okay.
Martin Land says THX is Lucasfilms, not ILM's Industrial Light and Magic. ILM itself was Lucasfilms. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, and Warp says THX is actually Razer now. Okay. I don't care. Everyone knows what THX is. It's certified for movie theaters, essentially. And yeah, even though some people have movie theaters in their homes, like my colleague at work has a movie theater, and the house we were actually checking out had a movie theater. I don't know what kind of sound system they had in there, but anyway, yeah, not. It's like targeting an audience of one.
And wow, it's Paranoid Droid posted that article. This very SEO-friendly URL slug in the end. Literally, this is the URL of the article. I never listen to my soundtrack in just stereo. When I write in surround. My life is in surround. Hans Zimmer, composer and Academy Award winner.
Yeah.
SEO optimization, not really sure level how many hundreds, but that's kind of funny. If you would want to write the URL yourself, you would.
Oh, and I think SEO is what you would say.
Oh, SEO, yeah.
Search engine optimization.
Well, right.
Sometimes SEO sounds more like CEO, as in Chief Executive Officer.
Oh, God. Yeah, right. Okay, you're right. I'm so sorry. And sometimes I call it SEO when I talk with my fellow countrymen. Don't laugh. This is the case. Anyway, we have lined up some track for Mordi. Mordi wants to hear Vert and Flower Guy's Pool Party, which he's going to play in a second. So it's a track that definitely sounds like an influence on Mordi, I think.
Definitely, and yeah, I think he's trying to find something to remix. Because he's been posting in the Musicians Lounge on Discord. He's for the past month or whatever, he's randomly posting 2 months even some nice tracks like mods and whatnot. So I think his next one will be a remix of a mod or whatever that might go to OC Remix, maybe, if it's from a game.
Or Amiga Remix.
Or Amiga Remix if it's an Amiga mod. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good candidate, though.
Yeah,
Well, it would be.
definitely Morty vibes in that one.
And the Sid of this by Glenn is also love, 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 says Martin Land. So, really nice tune. And we prepared something special for you in the name of Árok Feedback, because there was an entry on Árok Party in the wild category that was a Vic Convert music video. And we thought that you might want to see the original one as well. And Rüdiger Müller said, I request some good old demo music or something from the best computer simulation areas. Not really sure what you mean by that. And I greet YouTube uploader Airwolf, Norman Schnitzler, and this time singer Frida Katharina, SE, while I am unsure about her. I guess why am I unsure about her? Anyway, cheers. Anyway, so the greets, we are passing the greets there, and this is definitely some good old demo music in a very nice remixed format by Sid Rip Lions. Whee!
There's some credits running here as well.
Yes.
Support Chubby! Chubby!
Yep, definitely. A few people participating in the project.
Mm-hmm. Very, very nice. And nice that they had a greeting part there at the end. It's fun.
As you do on demo scene, anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, originally I think it was it had a debut as a wild demo as well, like a few years back, and now they did a big convert of it, and it participated in the Árok Party's wild competition, and of course it won because but we have shown you the original video clip that was made a few years ago. So yep, basically a lovely classic. In a form of a lovely remix.
Indeedums. And lovely, lovely, lovely song.
Yes. So yeah, it's quite surprising how many people are sometimes needed to put such a production together. So
yeah, there's always this kind of hidden cost in terms of things that needs to be done whenever you need to put anything together. It's I think the remixing scene is, at least the C64 remixing scene is quite unique in that most people do their own stuff. There's no mixing engineers and mastering engineers or whatever. You have an idea, you do it, you put the notes in, you find the instruments or play them or whatever you do, you mix it, you master it, you upload it, and that's it. You know, like a one-person organization. But yeah, as soon as you want to do something bigger, it always involves so many more people than you would imagine.
yeah, definitely. And the guys checked their homepage as well, which is sidrip.com, and then of course the style of the homepage is also very appealing. Yeah, and they were talking about the Gravis ultrasound cards. I did not have 3 of them at the same time, just so you know. I always had like one at simultaneously. It wasn't really a simultaneous thing, so I think I started with a classic 1 megabyte RAM, I think. I had a plug and play, which is like 8 megabyte. That was, oh my god, amazing. And unfortunately, the fast tracker still could only use 1 megabyte, which was very annoying. So for a while, I had 2 sound cards next to each other because there was the sound blaster next to it, and that had like the fast tracker was able to handle it entirely as in for the RAM part. So we did not use, I think, the sound card's RAM. Therefore, it was having like unlimited kind of megabytes to use. But the Gravis had this limited support with fast tracker, and it counted a lot. But it had a very nice and clear sound, all of them. So yeah, the PNP was definitely the peak. So that was the best of the best. I loved it.
Yeah, I never had any of the PC sound cards, as it were. I essentially just had the crappiest sound blaster. As long as it could play an MP3, I was fine, because I wasn't doing any music or even listening to any music. Somewhere between like 90 to about 2005, I guess. Somewhere
look at that.
in between there. Did absolutely nothing with music, and then I started getting into music, and the first real sound card I got was an ESI Julia with an @ sign instead of the A at the end, and then it just went downhill from there.
Actually, I don't agree with you. You did some exams, so that means that
but that was on the crappy Sound Blaster. I didn't really care too much of the sound quality and whatnot. It was like,
But that was in the 90s because it couldn't be before. So
well, yes, it was like 95, 96 something.
don't you tell that you didn't do anything.
It was at the office. It wasn't
It doesn't
private.
matter because you said before that from
Yeah,
90 to 2005 you didn't do any music, which
Well,
is not true.
well,
So
Okay, then. I stand corrected. But I really didn't care too much about sound quality or anything like that. It didn't matter that much at all. It wasn't until 2005-ish or so when I got back into really wanting to do music again and kind of got into remixing. And yeah, but
well,
then it took a while before I released
you've
anything.
been missing out on a beautiful sound. Like Revis really had clearly it had a beautiful sound. So it was like iconic. And anyone who had it can definitely, I think, well, they can agree or they can disagree, but I'm pretty sure that most of them
So-
will agree.
Was it coloring the sound, or was it just playing it clean?
It was playing it clean mostly.
Okay, so
And yeah,
yeah,
really, really nice. Well, the good old times. Anyway, the show will be over soon, so we need to play some music as well.
just go
Meanwhile-
on.
Yes, it must. And Shargo had a request, which is Mano and Human Race.
Manu Manu, ma 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 ma. Plink. Plink. That's some plinky shit.
Very nice and relaxing. Almost like a wind down, but
Yes,
not quite
yeah,
yet.
And I'm so sorry, not plinky shit as in shit. It's plinky and good.
Good shit.
Yes. Plinky good shit.
Yes, indeed. Yes, soon we need to close the evening, but we have space for, let's say, 2 more songs. Space, that's it. So that's all that we can do today.
All that we do, isn't that a mod? Oh yeah.
We will do a mod, yeah.
And we're talking a little bit about sound cards and whatnot. Berserk apparently had a Julia card as well for about 20 years. And then it broke. But yeah, PCI and PCI Express cards are really not anything you can find today that are good. Both of my cards here are RME cards. One is a USB card, the other one is a Firewire card. Both RME. But yeah, I kind of prefer these. I wanted a breakout box for the Julia as well. But yeah, well, what do you know? Doesn't matter. The Julia was an excellent card, especially at that price point.
Well, yeah, I did not have experience with that, but I guess if you used it and Berserk for a long time, then it must be good. So.
Well, I think Necropolo actually had one of them as well. If he, I think he might actually still have it. But yeah. And Berserk asks how the latency work on these USB cards. The latency on my RME, the Fireface 400, as well as the UFX2. Yes, UFX2 is about 2 milliseconds. So pretty good.
Nice. It's nice.
Yes, yes, indeed. You can get it lower as well, but I want to have at least 64 bytes of buffer. Not to get that weird crackling sound.
Yeah, well, as we know, yeah, I even get it nowadays sometimes.
Yeah.
Still.
But your Mac is weird though. It doesn't crackle when you have your headphones plugged in, but it does when you unplug them.
The speakers need more energy.
The speakers need more.
I don't understand this either. It's an Audacity thing. It's an Audacity thing because when I need quick editing, I edit in Audacity.
No, it's not an Audacity thing. Anything that requires processing, apparently. When you play something in Cubase, it's fine in your headphones. But as soon as you unplug them, it goes berserk.
Well,
or berserk.
The thing is that I specifically experience it most of the time in Audacity, but well, I don't remember now. Maybe Cubase does that too. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I plug in my headphones and then there's no crackling, and then all the cracklings arrive when I unplug it. So don't get it. Anyway, never mind that part. We have a nice request lined up, which is a more the request. I'm actually curious what he is up to. So maybe he's just sharing his tips here. And this song must be also good because it's Virgil. And it's called Interference. And you are going to play it apparently, I think.
Interference.
Interference. Okay, then Interference.
the end, I guess.
That's the end, I guess. Yeah.
I guess that is the end. I was trying to guess when it was ending.
Oh well. So yeah, that was more this request, Virgil.
Yeah, quite much kind of Morty vibe coming out of that one.
It had a bit of a less Morty vibe than the previous song.
Oh yeah,
though.
yeah.
So,
But still,
yeah,
Yeah,
you can
it's like
find
this.
some. Yeah, definitely. And people started to say goodbye. The thing is that now probably they can start because now we will play the last song for tonight. So
or that's the end, I guess. Goodbye then.
yeah, it's like we usually don't just say goodbye like this, like bye bye, that's it, or whatnot. So yeah, we arrived to the end of the show today or tonight. Well, it's rather tonight, but for yeah, Berka, okay, bye. Okay, bye bye.
Okay, bye.
Anyway, yeah, the usual stuff, as you know it, that if you want to join any live shows, you can do so on Boz Radio almost every day. And on Thursdays, we would be back and we will be back, but the next 2 Thursdays might not be the case because, well, we won't be at the same place at the same time, I guess. So if there would be anything, that would be very remote, and who knows what Slaygon figures out.
Very remote.
Very remote, yeah. I'll be slightly busy again, but, well, let's see how far we go with the things that I need to be busy with. And then, of course, there will be function on September. Let's see the exact date.
September. Let's see.
Let's see. No, it's the September the 12th is Sunday, so that means the 10th of September. Yeah, it starts on Friday, and on the 12th of September it ends. And I'm going to be there personally, or at least according to the plans. If something is not coming up, I don't think so. So we'll be there, and then returning to the normal schedule after the following week. So we will be back on Thursdays again.
Yeah.
Basically.
So meanwhile, while we're gone, you can just head over to that there Boz Radio, boz.radio to get there and get all of this goodness. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of goodness.
Definitely, that's a lot of goodness almost every day. So we'll be there every now and then as well, at least listening. So that's for sure. And yeah, I guess see you in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, probably 3 weeks. And
Probably,
then of
yeah.
course, probably on the stream as well. I'm gonna wave sometimes every now and then.
Yeah, and I might pop in and do a test kind of a type show from maybe upstairs, because I still want to kind of sort out a little bit of the cabling in the studio here. And a good way to do that is to just rip everything apart and rebuild it somewhere else and kind of tag all the cables needed and all that good stuff. So there might be some test type show at some point.
That would be nice, actually. And you could also discuss with Boz if he feels like doing something with you.
Yeah,
you can
definitely,
also,
yes.
You can also
that
do.
is actually one of the plans.
Yeah, one, and also you can probably ask me if there would be the case.
I will actually pack a cam in your bag.
Oh. I didn't see that coming. But anyway, FS is asking that, no show, you're off again, we have to talk. I know it got like a bit frequent nowadays. Sorry about that. But we try to get back as soon as possible. And,
there's some real life stuff happening that needs to get sorted.
Yeah,
So,
unfortunately.
and always real life goes first.
Yeah, that's those things are not able to be resolved remotely. So maybe we will come up with a solution that we can just broadcast remotely, even if he's here and I'm not here. But let's see how far we go with these things. and see you on Boz's and or other Boz Radio live shows as well, as we could get used to it. And yeah, I guess see you in a few weeks, and have fun with the online streams if you join to any parties. And yeah, I'll be certainly at function, hopefully, if everything goes right. And thank you everyone for listening and watching us tonight. And thanks for the request as well and keeping up with us. And our...
Thank you very much. As always,
Yes.
see you around as soon as we get back.
Yes, indeed. And the last request for tonight is I Am the Eggman and Peacemaker Good Night Green Beret, which seems like a nice wind down, at least by the title, and let's see where it goes. And yes,
Just play it.
just play it. Goodbye. Thank you,
Bye bye.
everyone.
Thank you
Good
all
night,
for joining
sweet
us.
dreams.
See you.
Whispering voice is a digital choice, decoded by now. No other sound but vibrations all around. 'Tis the tune of the gene, but how?
Commodore 64, Commodore 64,
Commodore 64,
8-bit, no shit.
Slay Radio.